Hi everyone, my name is Rick and I welcome you back to my channel. Today I picked some Hoyas that are doing some interesting things and I'm going to show you those. I'm also going to give you the garden walk and then I'm going to take you to a local plant sale. This gentleman is selling some of his plants and my friend Lily is helping him and she's going to show me around, and she's really good with aeroids. So she's going to, hopefully she allows me to video her describing them to me. So hopefully that will be the case. And her information is in the comments if you'd like to get in touch with her. So please sit back and I hope you enjoy this video. So yeah, we had another day a few days ago of this week where it rained quite a bit. So that was really nice. So I didn't have to water anything. So that's always a plus, because when you have to water all these plants when it's really dry out, it could really take a long time, because I water by hand or sprinklers. So yeah, so to get a little rain is really nice. So not much going on in flowers. The Hoyas are growing really well. I'm getting some buds on some Hoyas that I've never bloomed before, like this really cool AH Hoya. This is AH 733. It's pretty veiny. The leaves are kind of waffly, kind of big, and I've had it for, I would say, about a year. And I got it from Thailand a year ago, and it's putting out peduncle, and it should be blooming in probably 3 weeks. So I'm really excited about that one. And also another AH Hoya that I have, it's this AH 73 here, and this one gets really nice dark edges. I don't know if you can see that. The new growth is really kind of very nice, and it also has, it looks like a double peduncle, which is unusual. So I'm really excited about those. And down here there's a Davao Philippines that is blooming, and this guy blooms all the time. And for some reason it has a really short peduncle right at the base of the plant there, but it has consistently, all the leaves are very splashy and the fragrance is phenomenal on that one. And this one here is surprising me with the new growth of leaves. See, like these two new leaves have like pink splash, which is kind of nice. They always have like this consistent white splash. And this is called Hoya Kalang. I got it from a friend in Alaska. She traded with me about 2 years ago. And this is the Hoya that I kept. This seedling, this is actually a Jennifer crossed with a Cruzada Moonshadow, and I thought all the other seedlings on this cross had a lot of veins, but only this seedling is very non-veiny, as you can tell. It's very textured and the leaves are pretty stiff, and the flower is kind of dying back, but the flowers have like this really nice cranberry color, and I call it RHM. This seedling was 2042. And, as you can see, it has a lime. There's a nice lime yellow, lemon lime color to it, which made me want to keep it, because the other seedlings from this cross are very veiny. And yeah, so the rain makes everything good in the backyard. The Philodendron are going nuts. Like it's like they all decided to bloom at the same time. There's just a lot of mounted Philodendron that are growing and blooming, and they're putting on quite a show. It's really stunning. Some mounted here on this palm tree. As you can see, the roots attach to the trunk. And then I have these on this white bird of paradise. And, they're also putting on a show. Got some Hoyas down there, Meridithii and Braviolata. And then near the fountain I have some more really cool Philodendron. So yeah, this time of year is really nice because the weather is still relatively pleasant to be outside. The low humidity and temperatures up in the middle 70s to low 80s. So it's quite nice. And here's Swiffer. She had her flea pill. So two people have to like hold her down and stick the pill in the back of her throat and make sure she doesn't spill it out. And it's kind of like a traumatic experience for her. And then she gets a little upset the rest of the day, but she's doing okay. So yeah, let me just go and pull out those Hoyas I wanted to show you guys. And then after that, we'll head out to the plant show. This first Hoya I wanted to show you, it's I don't see it around very much. I got it from David Little probably like 15 years ago. And it's called Species Batong, Thailand. It's IML 1660, I believe. And I had a problem last year in the greenhouse. There was a fruit rat, or a few fruit rats in there that ate a lot of my Hoyas. So this one survived a lot of the damage, and it seems like it's putting out a lot of new growth. So that's a good thing. I really didn't want to lose this Hoya because its sun stresses really pretty colors. So this is a Finlaysonii type Hoya, and I really love it. It's one of my favorite Finlays. And this is Hoya species Sava Borneo I received from Thailand about a year ago. And I had a 2-inch pot that it was also flowering, but the flowers busted before I could video. So here's the other plant that I had. And you can see the flowers are not that exciting, but it's not shy to put out peduncles, as you can see. Here's one on each side of the vine, and there's more coming out over there. So it's for me, it's one of the easiest growing Hoyas. It doesn't require that much care, just a nice loose soil mix. It can take actually a good amount of sun. Yeah, so don't know much about it. Flowers kind of remind me of a bicolor or a species Cebu. But the leaves are definitely different, very textured, and they get quite large. And this is Hoya Ake, or Asa. Not really sure what the right pronunciation is, but as you can see, I have it blooming. I've had this plant for less than a year. I received it from Indonesia, and the new growth I've been having, maybe it's because it's been winter and cooler, the leaves are much smaller than the original leaves I got from Indonesia. As you can see, they can get pretty big. So I find it relatively easy to grow. It was easy to root, and as you can see, it's flowering right now. So I'm actually enamored with this Hoya because the leaves are very textured on the top. They have the clemensorium midrib in the back. And this one is a hybrid by the one and only Surisa Somade in Thailand. She has like the most amazing hybrids that you can imagine. So this is the leaf, and the parentage on this is very interesting. So I will put it in the comments because it's not what you would think the parents are, but I will do that. And the reason I'm showing you this Hoya today is because the flowers are about to open, maybe tomorrow, the day after. And I have bloomed this Hoya before, and it's quite gorgeous. So if you don't have SS 20-1, SS is Surisa Somidae, and 20-1 is her accession number for this cross of hers. And the last Hoya I have for you today is Hoya Hot Lips. It is quite gorgeous, and if you grow it where it gets a little bit more sun, these flowers get like a really nice purple color. It's quite gorgeous and so easy. It's one of the easiest hybrids I've ever grown by Michael Bernardo, and it is the leaves are kind of succulent, so you don't really have to worry about watering with this Hoya. You can forget to water it for a week or two and it still does fine. I have it where it gets rainwater most of the year, so, and basically that's it survives on. So sometimes we have dry spells and it doesn't affect it whatsoever. I'm sure if I grew it in more ideal conditions it would be a better looking plant, but I've also taken a lot of cuttings of it to start new plants that I have at in the greenhouse. So but this one was the one that was blooming, so I wanted to show you guys. So now let's go to my friend's plant sale and see Lily and some other local people. Hopefully you'll be there, and it should be a great sale. Yeah, someone is downsizing their plant collection, and there should be some really good plants. So as you guys saw, I left the house to come to this wonderful plant sale, and Lily, my friend Lily, is here, and she's going to show us around what these wonderful plants on here on the table. She brought some little Hoyas, and then she has some philodendrons, which she's a lot.
Yeah, my Hoyas are definitely not as cool as Rick's, but you know,
there's quite a really amount of good bargains there. You guys should come down.
A bunch of begonias too.
Some really cool begonias.
But I think the most exciting parts are his aroids. So I think I'm gonna start with this one, which is a Rubri Cinctum Platinum. It looks a little beat up because of the cold weather, but it'll grow giant leaves, and it's usually like a really dark, almost like a silvery green, and the leaves get huge. It's a climber, not a crawler, so it'll get bigger as it grows.
Oh, cool. That might come home with me.
The variegated epipremnum, which is already starting to fenestrate, as you can see over here, has some really nice variegation too. It's basically a variegated smaller version of that big boy over there.
That big boy is really cool. Those leaves can get like 2 feet.
Oh yeah, they get
long.
humongous.
They get huge,
if you give it like proper climbing space. Here you have a giant pastassanum. Like the leaf is bigger than my face.
Yeah, they get really cool. I got one of those and I love it.
This one's also a crawler, so you want to give it something like long for it to crawl. Here we have a Chironie, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Chironie, that's what I call it, but
and then
you're
this
probably
one
correct.
Is an Esmeraldense. They're very similar in how they grow. They look like the Patriciae, but the leaves are slightly different.
And they get really long and
big.
They do. Yeah.
I like this one though because the back of the leaf is like a reddish, like a kind of like a Mexicanum.
Oh, okay,
almost in the back.
How cool.
Yeah. Then here we have a giant Palmanii, which is very dark green.
Gosh, these prices
smaller, I know, right?
So good.
They are. This one's a Jungle Boogie. It suffered a little bit with the cold, but you know. And then another Palmanii. This one though, look how beautiful this Thai constellation is. I just love how it's growing into like a semicircle. And he priced it super low too.
I know. Huh? Look at that.
Then we
If
have
I
one
didn't
of my-
have one, that would definitely come home.
I know. This one's one of my favorites. It's a Magnificum. The new little leaf is coming out. It'll probably
look
be
at that.
twice the size as this one. But it's super velvety and just like a reddish brown color when it comes out. And then it turns a little darker.
I think I might have one. I lost the ID, but you come over one day and let me know.
You got it. And then look at this guy.
Oh, is that a Peru?
No, it's a Standeliana.
Oh, it's Standeliana. Look how
Look how
huge that
giant
thing is.
it is. I mean, this leaf is longer than my face.
It's bigger than Lily.
It's beautiful. This one like bent, but you know, it's giant.
Wow.
All right, now I need to make room for this.
How much is that?
This one, 50.
50.
I know. I know.
Gee.
He's really trying to get rid of this stuff. So he priced it really cheap.
What's that one? Is the tri-lobed one? I always get confused because
This
of the
one, I think it's a tripartum. Here. Tripartium or tripartum? I don't know.
I think it's tripartum. But yeah, look at see
Yeah,
the
it
price on
starts-
this thing. 35?
I know.
Jesus.
I know. But look how beautiful.
That is a really cool plant. That might come.
And then I'm just gonna put it on the floor. Oh, he has an albosignonium here that's like
That is
super
huge.
too.
Yeah.
He has it at 80 for the big one.
Okay.
Um,
I have one of those.
all right, I think I should go show you the giant Jose.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, everyone admires the one I have in my backyard, but this one
We picked this up.
is super cool.
Look at this.
If I didn't have like 10 of them, I'd take it. How much does he want for that one?
He doesn't have a price, but I think it was like 250.
250? That's pretty good. Yeah, they go online for like 6-inch pots for that much. Oh, the Bobsea.
This is like going to the gym.
Oh, that's
Giant
gorgeous.
bobs.
Oh, that's
This
awesome.
one's also a climber, so it'll get bigger as it climbs. This is indoor
Yes.
season. Also red Congo or Congo Rojo is what this is, which is actually where the Birkin comes from.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the
Oh,
Birkin
cool.
is like a very.
Oh, I can see the shape, yeah.
Yeah, like the stem on the Birkin is this color along the edges, and that's because this is the origin of the plant.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I don't know what else to show you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start shopping before somebody grabs something I want.
You're gonna lose out.
There's a Burl Marks, and this is I always forget the
That
name.
is the
Bipar-
bipennifolium.
Mhm.
I have a nickname for it, but I don't think it's
Horse's
YouTube
head?
safe. No.
Oh, okay. Lily.
This is
Oh.
Alocasia corazon, which
Oh,
means
that's
heart
gorgeous.
in Spanish.
Oh,
It's
look
like
at that
silvery
color.
on the top.
Very silvery.
And then this little guy that's kind of dying is the Sabrina reticulata.
Oh, okay. Looks,
you
is it a little tricky to grow?
Yeah, I don't know why. But it's supposed to look like that. Like that's not mosaic virus. The leaves are supposed to look like that, like the lime color and then the green veins. That is how the plant is supposed to look. But it is, the original plant is a Alocasia sabrina. So there's, the Sabrina, then there's the Sabrina Sarayan, and then this is another Sabrina. And how you can tell is because the stem, see how it's like kind of like a zebra looking stem?
That's really
But yeah,
gorgeous.
they're all really- And then-
I just don't want to
giant
kill it.
ficus.
The ficus, yeah, it looks nice. And what is that giant in the ground
Oh,
thing?
okay. This is a Philodendron Gigantum.
Wow,
Look how big the leaves are.
that's awesome.
Yeah. It's looking for something to climb.
Uh-huh.
It usually will grow up a tree.
And it will probably get bigger too, right?
It would get humongous. And this is another one. It's just slightly
Smaller. I have one of these. It's just not as big as that
Yeah.
one. So
Come get closer so you can see this cool.
wow.
Look at all the inflorescence that it has.
Wow, look at that.
It has so many.
They kind of look like bananas.
They do. They're super thick. But, oh,
Sorry
sorry.
about that. Yeah, it's really cool. Like these are at least like 2 feet long.
Like, my hand's not that small, and it looks tiny
It's
compared to
really
that.
good. And I'm sure if it climbs higher, it'll get bigger.
Oh yeah, it does.
Hence
But you
the
can
name.
already see it trying to climb up,
Mm-hmm.
like the stem of the
Oh yeah,
the
it's
plant.
looking for something.
It's looking for something to grab onto.
But even if it doesn't have anything to climb onto, as a ground landscape plant, it's really gorgeous.
It does. It looks gorgeous. It just won't reach its full potential unless you give it something to climb, I guess is the moral of the story.
Thank you. And then over here we have some more
He
Monsteras.
Actually, and he actually has 2 different types of Monstera, the Monsteras that you usually don't see together. So this is a Monstera deliciosa. It likes to crawl.
Oh, okay.
And this is a Monstera borsigiana,
Oh.
which likes to climb up.
Oh, I see. And the
So-
leaves are a little smaller?
Yeah.
Or
Well, no, it'll get
bigger, but...
But it gets bigger as it climbs, whereas this one likes to crawl.
Oh, I see.
But they look the same. It's just this one's a climber, so it's borsigiana.
Uh-huh.
And then this one's deliciosa, which is what you find at like Home Depot and Lowe's normally.
Very cool.
And then, oh, I guess I could show you this one. This is a Sagittarifolia, I believe. This one also climbs up trees, and it gets humongous.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
These are really great plants for Florida landscaping too.
They are. They can actually be acclimated to get full sun. Like I've seen these like grown out like by the road with no shade at all. It just has to be acclimated to grow that way. The coloration on the leaves like will change a little bit, but the plant can take full sun if you just like acclimate it to it, which
That's
is rare because Florida sun is
Really intense, I know.
it's very, very.
Yeah, can you just show me a few of the Hoyas? Just show me a few of the prices.
Okay.
You got some really good deals there.
Hi. How are you? Oh, let me go. Sorry.
So she has a bunch of begonias here.
This one's one of my favorites. It's called White Ice. It's tiny, but the silver gets like super silvery. I don't know. It's just one of my favorite begonias
A
to
lot
grow.
of light on that. That's nice.
It grows really nicely when you have a full pot of it because it opens sideways, where normally they like to grow up. This one is called Tom Mint, and it's really nice. It like looks like orangey in the back when it grows full size. And then
This one's really cool too.
oh, this one is called Arabian Sunset. Yeah, Arabian Sunset. And it just has like really red stems, and the back is very, very red, and it has like little hairs on the leaves. Like if you touch it, it's very textured.
Uh-huh.
All right, and then here we have an erythrina, which has like little tiny growths coming up.
Nice. Look at the prices. Like she has like 35.
Yeah, this one's 35. This is a little baby breviolata, which I love because the leaves like start to curl, and it kind of looks like a little circle, or
That's
like
cool.
not a circle, not a cylinder either.
Like
Why
a
can't I think of it?
like a biconcave disc
Yeah.
almost. Yeah.
And this little guy is $20.
Wow.
Just slightly ridiculous, I know.
So
I cannot pronounce
I
this
like
one for
the
life
idea
of
of
me.
you put them, these cups, you have them in 2,
Yeah.
which because they're a little squishy, so it's
Well,
nice.
it's 2 reasons.
Oh,
I
one
grew
is,
up-
I see, one of them to hold a little bit of water.
So this one has the hole in it, right? And then this one doesn't have a hole.
Oh,
so
that's clever.
It
Very
doesn't.
clever.
The water doesn't drain out as fast. Because the mix I have it in is like mostly cocoa husk.
Sure.
So the water mostly drains to the bottom.
That's a great
and
idea
it
for if you're
collects.
rooting
Like,
them.
see, it has a little space in the bottom.
Perfect.
So if it needs a little extra moisture, the roots will reach the bottom
That's
and
genius.
just like suck it up. It also makes it so if there's any like root mealies in the mix, it doesn't move to the next Hoya because when you water it, the root mealies don't, you know. This one is UT38. Yeah, UT38. It's just $20. It's one of my favorite ones. Oh, I love this one. Okay. I don't know why, but this is one of my favorite Hoyas forever. It's Dr. Ebok.
Yeah, it turns color beautifully.
Yeah,
And the
mine.
flowers are actually pretty cool.
Mine hasn't bloomed yet, but mine at home is super, super sun stressed, and it's just gorgeous. Like the leaves on mine are about this big, and they're all sun stressed right now. And then this one's 40.
That's really good price too.
I know. I felt bad pricing it at 40, but then I just did it.
You know, if it doesn't sell,
and then
you can
look
always.
who's here. Oh, crap.
Swiffer's tail.
Yeah, it looks kind of weird, which is why I priced it so low, because the coloration on the leaves. But it's very well rooted. And at this point,
Yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah. But it doesn't look as pretty as mine at home. Like the leaves on mine at home are like the dark green, and for some reason when I cut it,
some fertilizer when it's fully rooted.
Yeah.
The color should come back.
And then this one is UT33.
Yeah, that's a really nice one. The flowers are really gorgeous.
Yeah, I love how giant the leaves get.
And that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please check the comments for my links to my Facebook group, my Instagram, and next week I will do a haul video, so you'll see what I bought at this plant sale. So check it out, and please like and subscribe, and I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of the weekend and a wonderful week ahead.